What is going on, you beautiful human beings, you sexy individuals? How the fuck are you guys doing today? It feels like it's been forever since I've actually gone ahead and fucking said that intro. Growing up, I felt like I was probably a kind of decent human being. You know, growing up kind of taught some morals. You know right from wrong. I think everybody, has those kind of general morality and like sense of direction. Like if you go ahead and you steal this thing, for pretty much a fact you're gonna be getting in some sort of trouble, right? Well, this is about the time that I got suspended in school for being an accomplice and how I could have gotten like pretty big trouble legally. So this guy, and he was not necessarily the popular guy. He was kind of the class clown, the goofy guy, the kind of cool kid, Where I grew up, it wasn't necessarily the best neighborhood. Kids, anything in the school wasn't the best and it wasn't the worst. I don't know his home situation. I don't know what his life situation was, what stuff he had or whatever. I wasn't the most fortunate, but I wasn't the least fortunate. So I can't go ahead and say what his home situation was. And I remember like I would go to the after school program with him. Sometimes we'd go ahead and ride the bus together home. We knew each other. We weren't best friends. We would hang out. There was like a group of friends and we knew each other. This one time I remember I was in class and he comes up to me. He pulls me to the side. He's just like, "Louis." I'm like, "What's up?" And he's just like, "I need you to hold this for me. It's mine. Just hold it until after school." He goes ahead and he tells me like he needs me to hold this item for him, right? I'm like, "What is it?" Like he shows me and it's an iPad. And I'm all like, "Cool, like yeah, no fucking way. Like of course I'll fucking hold your iPad for you. Can I play the games on it though? Like can I play the games on it?" We're in class and he's just like, "Hell yeah, I got this iPad." And other people are asking him too. Like I said, everybody kind of knew him, so they were like, "So you got this iPad? When'd you get it? Blah blah this and that." This was probably like in the middle of the day. I think after lunch is when we had all class together. He was like, "Yeah, like I got the iPad, like it's mine." Like this is when Temple Run was the shit. And I remember I held the iPad for him. For until after school. And I remember after school we went and we ate a little bit. We hung out after school. I forgot to give it to him, right? So I didn't want him to think that I was stealing, so I was just like, you know what, in the morning I'm gonna go ahead and give it to him. He probably just forgot. Like if he just got it, he probably forgot that he had an iPad. Next morning, I go and I try to give it to him. He's just like, "Just hold it for me until lunchtime." And I was like, "Yo, you just got this iPad, why wouldn't you?" I would fucking be all up on this bitch. Like, why are you acting so weird about it? And he was just like, "Nah, just hold it for me till lunch." I remember in one of the classrooms that I had, that there was this teacher. She was one of my favorite teachers. I honestly forgot her name. She went ahead and was saying that she thinks that somebody stole her iPad. She was talking about it like to the class, to the students, saying that she believes somebody stole her iPad from the class and she doesn't know who it is, but she's gonna find it because it has a tracker on it. Almost instantly after she said that somebody stole the iPad, it clicked. I was like, why the fuck? Why? At this point, I have it in my backpack. I don't want to take it out of my backpack and then her be like, "So you're the one that stole it?" I'm like, "No, I didn't steal it from you. Like, I swear." Like, how would I go from her saying that somebody stole it straight from her backpack and then me dead ass pulling it out from my backpack and be like, "Here you go, man." Like, I just found this. Like, no, it makes me look guilty. Like, there is no good way to put that or make it look like it's a good situation. At that moment, I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I was scared for my life. I was like, I'm going to jail. I thought like the worst, right? Like my school reputation is over. I'm gonna be bad kid. I'm gonna have charges on me, all that. I went ahead and held it and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna confront him. I was like, I'm gonna confront him and tell him like, "Yo, is this stolen? Like, tell me whose it is." And if he tells me it's stolen, I'm gonna tell him to go ahead and return it, right? I didn't want to be the snitch, but at the same time, I didn't want to go ahead and make it seem like I was the one who was stealing it. When in reality, I got beanboozled and fucking told to hold something that wasn't even his. I really asked him. I was like, "Tell me, is this Mrs.?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I took it." Like, he was proud. So he was so like happy that he did it. I already freaked out once because she told me that it was stolen. And I freaked out again because he told me he stole it. Because at this point she was like announcing it. Everybody was searching everything. I remember it was passing period and someone in her class told me that the cops were searching everyone's backpack in her classroom. Like every period, a cop was coming and searching her backpack. I had her class next. I still had the iPad because he didn't want to take it back. He didn't want to take it back from me. He didn't want to give it back, but he wanted me to go ahead and make it seem like I took it. I threw it away. Probably the dumbest decision I could have done, but I threw it away. I threw it in the trash, the school trash. I didn't even toss it. I didn't even I gently placed it in the trash can because I was like, if she finds it, she has a tracker. It's on the school campus. I'm gonna be fine. No one knows it was me. No one knows I placed it in there. No one knows that I did that. This motherfucker was fucking bragging about it to everybody. Almost everybody knew. He went ahead and got called into the principal's office, right? The person that told me only told me that he was in there because they saw me take the fucking iPad. I was like, okay, good. Like, he's gonna admit that he stole it. He's gonna go ahead and say what happened. This dude goes ahead and rats me out and says that I was the one who stole it. Says that I was the one who took it and I gave it to him. And so I'm like at a loss for words. I start crying. They essentially called both of our parents. They called the teacher in, and I was so broken. For her to look at me with the eyes of like, you're the one that stole from me, I just felt bad. Even though I didn't do it, I felt so guilty for taking her iPad. She's gonna press charges on you. At this point, he's crying, I'm crying, we're both like, we're going to jail. They like talked to our parents. They told his parent what happened. They explained like, this is the severity of it. They might be going to juvie depending on what the teacher wants to do. She came back in the room. I'm not gonna press charges. And so the principals are like, okay, well, we're gonna suspend them. Essentially, I got suspended for 3 days. They said it was gonna be on my criminal record as accomplice to a crime. He ended up getting expelled. I just ended up getting suspended for 3 days. After those 3 days, after being out those 3 days, when I came back, they put me in school suspension. I still don't know if that's on my personal record or what's going on, but yeah, that's essentially what they told me. Boom. So I honestly don't know if I have a criminal record or not. I'm just kind of glad that she didn't go ahead and press charges. Didn't go ahead and, I don't know. I'm just kind of, hope you guys fucking enjoy this shit. You guys have a fucking great rest of your fucking day. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some sleep because shit's going on right now. But I love you guys. Bye.